Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be going over and covering up some even more sad news that we actually saw in regards to this GameStop drop. Now, as you guys know, we actually have been watching and kind of even promoting, even talking about in our videos, for an ongoing PlayStation 5 walk-in event when it comes to GameStop. And a walk-in event is just basically, you can basically walk into the store. It's an event, and you guys can basically go and buy and get your consoles. And, well, in most cases, you would assume this is actually kind of a nice vibe, a nice, good experience. We actually have had a story now that's been sent to us, and it kind of seems like this has been somewhat still happening, surprisingly, after all this time, especially even for bundles, of now stores that were basically sold out instantly before even any customers were able to go get their consoles. So, kind of not the funnest news to go and cover, kind of some almost somewhat disappointing news too as well, and I just want to go talk about it because, it's almost kind of rage-inducing. It's almost infuriating to get to go and see. So, lots of stuff to go talk about. If you guys still want to, we've been covering this, so check out the video earlier on today. There is, like I said, an ongoing drop. So some stores still may have stock, some stores may sold out. But the main topic more on this one is just how scummy some of these employees must still be. Now, I do also want to reiterate, too, I can kind of understand why people do it. I don't know, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So anyway, make sure you guys are subscribed before we fully dive in the video with the notifications on if you guys want for restock news and all the other gaming news. We also have the Amazon links always down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller, Twitter down below, and the Twitter giveaway down below. Twitch stream too as well. Also have that Webull and Coinbase, and let's go and dive in the video itself. So as you guys could probably go and tell from what I mentioned on or what I'm alluding towards or whatever, there has actually now been a case for a GameStop or a GameStop store where people were literally turned away before the store even opened, where the store already sold out of stock. Now let's talk about this because I'm gonna be somewhat frustrated, but I do want to preemptively say this, and I'm sure you guys will probably allude to what I'm getting to. I believe the employees at that store bought out all the entire stock before anyone, any normal individual, mom, dad, brother, sister, whoever, had a chance to get their console. So before I fully dive in like this, I do want to say it makes sense. Like if you're in kind of like that position and you've been trying to get your console for a while, you work at GameStop, you work at a Best Buy, Target, Amazon, Walmart, whatever it is, and you're kind of able to go and like scheme a console, you're able to go get a console, you're able to go and like put one off to the side for yourself, preemptively buy it before the store opens because you technically work there, buy it for your brother, sister, whatever. I'm gonna say straight up, the temptation's there, even for someone like me. I gotta be honest. Like, if I could, like, say my sister really wanted, like, a Coco Melon doll, and they're out of stock everywhere, and I worked at a Target, and I can somehow sneak it, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the temptation will probably be there. Now, and same thing kind of goes for consoles, where I'm sure a lot of folks, and we have actually seen reports of, like, other places, like, say, like a Best Buy, where they'll, like, call their friends to be like, hey, man, we get some stock, I'll hook you up, and they can sell it on the fly. Or they themselves, they could actually go and maybe buy them and check them out, maybe, like, kind of sweet talk the manager and be like, hey, I've been trying to get this for a while. Like, I'll just buy it right now. Like, I got you. And it's kind of been, that's kind of rough side because some of those also turn into scalpers. And this also kind of the same thing with going to potentially happen for GameStop, is that these people will be buying these consoles, and they know they can turn profit on it. They know they can make money on the console they sell for $700, which is still, like, the price to actually go back up for third-party consoles. And that's what everything gets a little bit more on the sketchy side, too. Because also, we don't necessarily know for GameStop. Like, if a GameStop employee, what if they buy the bundle, and then because they work at GameStop or their friend works at GameStop, maybe they could just go and return the entire bundle. Like, I've seen companies, I've seen managers that are able to do that either way. They're just like, whatever, I work here, I can just go and refund everything, no problem. So at that point, that leads into a few big issues. First one is the fact that people lined up for stores, and this is like someone, like just one of my viewers sent this over to me and kind of was complaining about it, and I just wanted to bring light to it because it's annoying as all heck. So basically, people are wasting their time. So normal consumers, normal people just buy and get their consoles, and also these would be pro members too, because you do have to have a pro membership for this GameStop drop. So normal people wasted their gas. I'm sure you guys understand how expensive gas is. Wasted their time. I'm sure you guys can also understand how expensive your time is too. Some people maybe even showed up late for work because this was actually starting more on like a weekday drop. And like all this put together is just disappointing, because if I'm sitting there and I'm hearing that these consoles in stores, and they also had a store checklist too, by the way, and they did go and reconfirm that their store was on the actual website list that did have the PlayStation 5 stock event. They did 100% have it, and I believe they were the third person in the line from what they went and told me. So they knew that number one, the store should have had stock. Later, number two, that stock should have been there. Number three, they were a pro membership, and they paid for the pro membership, so they're literally spending money just for the opportunity to go and get the console. So with all of this, when the stores were supposed to be opening, one of the employees came out and basically said, sorry, we don't have any more consoles left. Not, oh, consoles never arrived, or, oh, just whatever. Literally, we do not have any more consoles left. They also did go and have a sign up on the actual door itself from all these, like, the reports that I was told, that literally they also did apparently supposed to have stock on it. Like, if you guys saw maybe on my previous videos where they have, like, the store, and they're like, hey, we're going to open at 11 o'clock, we have this much stock. When they have that sign up there, they just never put a number on the door itself. Now, I will give a little baby benefit of the doubt, because in theory, like, maybe the store just never got stock, maybe there was an allocation issue, maybe it's going to arrive throughout the next few days, because, I mean, there's always that chance. That's why I'll probably remind you guys tomorrow morning to be like, hey, make sure you guys check the stores, or call your stores, or find out. But just the way they worded it, at least in, like, what, like, kind of the actual email I was told kind of said, that their demeanor was really, really awkward, that they didn't really know what to say, and, like, overall, like, why would you even have, like one of the printouts to put on your store if you didn't even have any stock? And once again, it was literally on the store list. If you guys want, like, the GameStop, like, it's kind of like a heat map that basically had every store that would have stock, and it was on that. And on the fact, too, it just kind of seemed like these employees were either trying to go and hold on to the stock, maybe say for friends throughout the day, maybe they literally bought it themselves, and they're basically, we can't go and sell this because obviously we bought the consoles overall, and that kind of seems like it wasted everyone's time. Now, granted, they also did go and mention that some of the people are definitely saying rude words, which I can understand. I never want to, like, encourage that. Please don't, like, ever be rude to retail employees or people just trying to do their jobs if it's just them doing normal stuff. But this situation seemed really, really fishy. It seemed really, really sketchy. And as I mentioned, we have heard of stories like this before. This is not like a brand new thing that's happened, especially at the very start of the PS5 restocks. We saw this happening all the time, where we kept on seeing Best Buy stores and they had stock and then instantly go and sell stuff. We even had, I think, even some Target folks have a chance to go do that too as well, although it's not company policy. So we're seeing this now once again popping up. And I'm sure throughout almost every one of these drops, especially for walk-in events, that it happens. I'm almost positive that, like, if there's like a few thousand stores, like, think like, say, like a Target or Best Buy or whatever, there's almost without a doubt going to be some folks out there scheming the system, selling to friends or family, or even to scalper friends too. And that's something that really bothers me. So like I said, that could always be an issue because people are wasting their time, and that's number one priority. So when it comes to restocks, it also kind of looks bad at me if a store has no stock, even though I don't think anyone would blame me, and the person who even emailed me this did also not, obviously not blame me. But the thing is too is that these people could also be scalping or doing other stuff on the side. As I mentioned, for a GameStop employee, usually it's harder to kind of like just fully refund these games. What if you're a GameStop employee and you're able to just go and fully refund everything you were given? So basically with that, you have to do an $800 bundle. But if you're a GameStop employee and your other friend's a GameStop employee and the manager probably just doesn't care, then guess what? You can probably just go and return literally everything you bought, and at that point, you're getting a normal console. And as you guys probably know, the third-party market's around $700 or so for consoles. So in theory, you probably could have just made an easy $200 just like that. And maybe even without even have a pro membership too. I'm not sure if GameStop employees get that automatically. So that's a big issue where GameStop employees can now be getting, like, could maybe be scalping. I almost want to put this in my title because it is kind of a big deal. And either way, they're kind of basically using their kind of like market to go and buy out all the stock. And that's just ridiculous. And the last kind of big point for this one is that we've seen many reports that this GameStop drop has been very, very small. So if this was like a 30, 40, 50 console restock, I can maybe understand. Like, I get it. People are going to do it, whatever. I can't complain too much. It's just how the humans work. But this was a drop that had some stores seeing with, like, 3 consoles, with 4 consoles. So, like, even by that alone, it's just, like, you're taking away from stock where there's basically a drip for some locations. Now, like I said, if this was, like, a 50 console drop, and, like, someone's working there, and they maybe sold off, like, 2 or 3 consoles, I don't want to say, like, I'd give it a pass, but I understand it. You know, I'd be like, okay, sure, I get it. Like, there's at least stock for everyone else. But this is the point where a store literally had 0 stock. 0 stock. Nothing. And this is already what the consoles are hard to go and find either way. And as I kind of talked about before, this drop has been somewhat spread thin. We have been seeing some reports of like 20, 25 stock, from some spots. Like, that's good stock numbers, don't get me wrong. But for places, we also were seeing people upset where there's 3 consoles, 4 consoles, 5 consoles. So I think it's like so unacceptable, man. Like, I get it. I mean, GameStop workers want to get their games too. But the fact that their little store then wasted time, wasted people's money, wasted people's gas, and overall kind of somewhat like schemed the system really bad, like, that's just so disappointing. Like, I don't know. I don't like hearing reports like this. I don't like hearing stories like this. I don't hearing like emails like this. It's ridiculous, especially after how many months. And that's why I hate the scalping stuff, because if this was just easy to go and get, we wouldn't have like these weird people doing weird scheme things just to try to make money, or at least try to go get their consoles. So I don't know. and kind of like put a little bad taste in my mouth. Although I'm sure you guys could probably maybe still check some more stores, both Best Buy and GameStop for stock throughout this weekend, especially if you guys check my earlier video. But like, I'm sure some places still have stock. I'm sure they do. But it's kind of lame, dudes. It's kind of lame. I don't like seeing this. It kind of makes me sad seeing that an entire store stock was bought by employees. It's lame. It's kind of lame. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Obviously, nothing bad against GameStop or the employees. I mean, some people would probably do the same thing, so you can't be too harsh on it. So I'm not trying to name like stores and all that stuff, like so I don't get called out by corporate or lose a job or whatever. But still, either way, that's pretty lame. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. And for the PS5 giveaway, we have the Twitter link down below as well. So make sure you guys enter on then down there. And follow the Twitter. Follow the Twitch stream you guys wanna. Oh, yeah, the Weeble and Coinbase too as well. And I just appreciate you guys so much for watching, for hanging, for chilling. And I'll see you guys later on throughout today for a bunch more videos. Love you guys.